Hi everybody, welcome to the September episode of Know Your Onions, in which I'm going to share some ideas for getting the most out of your virtual meetings. First though, I'd like you to say hello to Charlie. Charlie is an important member of the Cogent Content crew, and I'm going to tell you something about his role in a moment or two. So back in June, Apple Chief Executive Tim Cook told his 137,000 employees worldwide that they should prepare for a return to the office for at least 3 days a week by early September. Well, September's here, and following a fairly significant protest by Apple employees, by and large, home working remains the norm for most of their office-based team globally. Now, some managers take the view that their teams are more productive and more easily managed once they've been herded into cubicles or lined up on hot desks, often after a mind-numbing commute. But we think that COVID-19 has changed that. Apple employees have certainly discovered a different approach. They enjoy the better work-life balance. They don't miss the daily energy and creativity sapping commute. After spending over a year being personally responsible for where and when to work, with the bonus of more quality time with family and friends, losing this newfound self-sufficiency is hard to swallow. So it's no wonder that a recent survey for Bloomberg in the US suggested that maybe 4 out of 10 respondents would consider resigning if their employer put a stop to home working. Now, there's already some evidence suggesting that remote working increases productivity. Research from Stanford University in 2013 pointed to a 13% increase in productivity when employees of a NASDAQ-listed travel company were asked to work from home. Anyway, by July, Apple had backtracked and postponed the return to work until October. Now the tech giant has reportedly told staff that they don't have to be back at their desks until January 2022 at the earliest. So it looks like remote working's here to stay, so we've just got to get used to it and we've got to get better at it. Let me tell you how. Now, some people find virtual meetings awkward. It's challenging for everyone to take an active role, particularly when you have large online groups. In a physical meeting, a degree of crosstalk is possible to some extent, creating a more dynamic conversation. Now, in virtual meetings, it's really difficult to tell if more than one person is speaking. Reading body language and maintaining eye contact is really hard, and this can make the interaction feel somewhat contrived. And so it's really easy to disengage or even to switch off completely. And this is where Charlie comes in. You know, we hired Charlie back in April 2020, and he takes part in all of our virtual meetings from a reserved seat directly behind the web camera. And by making regular eye contact with Charlie, I'm also making regular eye contact with you. You'll also observe that Charlie is sitting in a high chair. Now, he has to do this because we always want the web camera to be positioned at head height. Otherwise, I'd be looking down at you, and that's not good body language. These simple, low-cost, even no-cost hacks are really nicely described in a new book, Suddenly Virtual, Making Remote Meetings Work, by US authors Karen Reed and Joseph Allen. Our copy arrived today, and it contains lots of really useful practical advice on how to lead and take part in virtual meetings. Now, here at Cogent Content, we invested in the technology needed for effective remote working when we hired Charlie. A good HD webcam, desk microphone, front lighting is a must if you want to maximize your personal production values and get the most out of virtual meetings. We provide cost-effective training delivered remotely, as you might expect, to help our clients bring the hardware, the software, the personal production values, something we call meware, together. They bring it together to enjoy more engaging, more productive, less stressful meetings, minus the commute, and often with better coffee. So you can find out more about our latest story at cogentcontent.co.uk, and please get in touch. So that's it from me and Charlie this month. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care.